Hello, welcome to Lori's DIY Life. This is Lori. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so I figured we would just go ahead and make the poinsettias. This is one that I've already made. Here, I can't really turn it too much because I put the Nuvo crystal drops in there. But I wanted to show you the technique I used. And there's not a lot of flower foaming on the poinsettias, of course, because they're kind of a flatter kind of flower anyways. But what I did, I went ahead and die cut a bunch of the flowers out, and I used different tones of red, and I even have a bit of, let me see, where is that, some pattern paper right here. You know, it's still red, but it's got that little bit of pattern. There was like an orangey red, kind of darker red, and then a brighter red that I used. And let me just kind of separate them out a little bit. So the directions call for you to take a big one and a middle one, and what I would do is just grab them, and you just end up with what you end up with, so that if you have two of the same colors, that's okay, but it's just going to give you more randomness look to your flowers. See, so this one's real different, but you might have somewhere you're going to have two like the same color, whatever, but it just gives them a randomness. Now, as you can see, if I just glued it like this, it's very flat looking. Now you can take and just kind of tweak your leaves a little bit like this, and that doesn't take very long to do. Just kind of give them a band here and a band on the end, and that will give you more body, but it's still not, you know, you can just bend it however you feel you want to do. And some people will take, and I'll show you in a minute, they'll crumple it up, and I'm not a big crumpler, but if you can see now, it gives you more body, right? If you crumple, just crumple it up, and some people will wet it and then crumple it, but you can just crumple it up, and then this gives you a more of a, almost, well, I don't want to say grunge because it's not really grunge, but, and that's going to give you a whole different look altogether, right? You could do this. Let me do one more this way, where this is just the paper here, so this will do that pretty good. This is the fold and bend one, so then we could put those together, and you want to offset the leaves, right? And there would be that poinsettia. I don't know if it's poinsettia or poinsettia. Does anybody really know the accurate term? Anyways, there's that one. So, and then you just kind of can push in the middle, okay? And that didn't take very long, right? And then the crumple, so you would take one of each size and crumple there's really no rhyme or reason, and I think I got, no, that's not a paper, that is cardstock. And then you just kind of do what you want with it after that, but you'd have to have a medium and crumple it. Make sure you're crumpling the leaves and make sure you're not ripping it, because that will happen very, very easily. And when you're taking it apart, you have to be careful. So here, like I said, it gives you all these different looks, and some are going to be everybody has their own style and their own way they want theirs to look and all of that. But there's the crumpled one. And I'll glue these together real quick so you can really see what it looks like. And I just put a little bit around there, and then I took this one and put it on, of course, offset the leaves, and then I put another layer of glue on this one, and put the last one in and glued that down. And then I took, once I got this far with this one, I sprayed it with mica spray, and the closest I had to red was this fuchsia color, and I actually kind of did like the way it turned out. And I'm going to spray it. Let me move some of this stuff out of my way. On this, because it's easy to clean and I don't want to stain my new stamp pad. But I just took and I wish it sprayed better. Anyways, sprayed that on. And then I took the Nuvo drop and put it in the middle. And this was the only green other than the glow in the dark. And it's a crystal drop. It's, what color is it? Key lime. So probably not the best for Christmas, but it's what I had. Okay, now let's do this one. Okay, so glue it. Glue it. And glue. I don't know if you wet it with water, if it makes it less likely to rip or anything, but anyways. Okay, we'll give this a little spray. I could probably almost just dip it in there, but it doesn't do like a misty spray. It's kind of a line spray. Kind of really thick on that one. Whew. Okay, and then the Nuvo drops. And you can push that down in the middle. I should have pushed that down before I put the Nuvo drop on, but I didn't do it. Now here's what I did to do this one, though. It's a cleaner look. And it's something you can do by how much you want. And I like mine to really kind of stand out. So I take the ball tool. You take something that's cushy but solid. So you don't want to use like foam, unless it's like a sturdy foam. I like the rubber. It works pretty good for me. I don't have a ball tool. I have this Crafter's Companion tool. It's the scoring tool, and I use this bigger. And so you're just gonna take in here. Let me see if I can get it where you can see this. Here, maybe here. And just kind of push and roll. And I'm just gonna do like small circles. And I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it's starting to come up. And you have to do that with all the leaves. So just take it and roll. And I'm being pretty firm with it. And you can experiment. See how that ended up curling it quite a bit when I did the big stroke. Okay. I still like the smaller ones. It seems like it does it better, but let's see. And it just curves it kind of inward. I don't know how it works or why it works, but if you're doing like decoupaging flowers, layering them up, this is also a good process for that. And when you look at it, it sort of stretches the paper or something. And then when you have it, then you can take and just kind of push that center down. And that's what you get. And then you take a medium-sized one and do the same thing. This one's paper, so you're going to be more gentle with it. Because you don't want to rip the paper. And you can use the smaller one on the smaller flowers too. But I just like to use the big one. Always on it for some reason. Okay, that's helping going up that center inward. See, you just gotta kind of play with it and see what's gonna work. Look at how much that changed. That's the small one, so that's not gonna go in yet. And different papers also will act differently. See how this won't just go up because I'm doing it like that paper there did. So this one here doesn't seem to be responding as well to it. So we're not going to get as much curve in it. And, you know, you might not want a lot of curve in it. Everybody's got their own way that they like it done, you know. But push it on that center. Push it on that center. And then we can glue it together. So I'll put the glue in the middle. And this one here looks stretched quite a bit. The other ones didn't seem like they stretched quite as much. So there's that one. And again, I probably want to push it on that center and get them all there. And that's how I like my poinsettias to look. I'll take and spray. You know what? I'm not going to spray it. I'm going to dip it in what's already here. And I might just do the tips. And not so much in the center. That's pretty wet. Take some of that off on the middle there. See? I'm going to re-push it down in the center again. Just to reinforce that. And stick my drop on there. I mean, you don't have to do the drops and all that. I just... Uh-oh. That's not supposed to do that. Okay. And these drops, you know, they take 24 hours to really dry. But I also wanted to see what it looked like if I did all the same size. So let's see what happens. How that looks. I mean, we're going to do them all anyways, right? We'll look at it before we glue it. It's not a quick process. It takes time to do it. So if you want the quick process, then you can do one of those other methods, because either way it's giving your flower some body, you know. Any of them's better than just a flat poinsettia. Is it poinsettia or poinsettia? I think I've heard people say it both ways. Okay, and push down. And let me try another one. This is the paper, so I'm not going to do it as hard. I'm going to be more gentle with it. Like I said, I'm just grabbing it at random, so I wanted my colors to be fairly random. So I just chose different reds. Just like when you're blending, you're painting and you're blending. And now this one, I put too much spray on because it come out looking pink. Ugh. It mostly looks pink. And I just wanted a touch of that mica. Maybe, see, I only got a few colors in that mica spray, but I guess I can take that mousse and make whatever color I want. Do I have a green? Ooh, I have a green mousse. I have that color mousse. I have a blue, like a golden yellow color up there, it looks like. I don't know if any of those will work. I've made some sprays of my own and I'm not sure where they're at. I wonder if they compare. It's not quite mica mist, but it's, like glittery mix. So, and then push it down. And that would go on here. Oh, I like the two big ones together. What if I put another big one on? I wanted to try this because I thought it would be nice to have different sizes on the sled. So see, I'm just trying different techniques. I usually end up going back to the rolling, the circles. You want to see the comparison of the flat one and the rounded? See? There's a big difference. And then push it down. And then, like I said, if you're pushing it down into that rubber, you're kind of stretching. Ooh, I like that. I like them with all the three big ones, but I'm not quite showing the leaves as much. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And normally I don't want to put glue on my stamping mat. I'll move it over here. Now this is the one that's got the pattern, but you don't see the pattern in it. So you could, I should have maybe used one where the pattern would show up more. I just like pattern paper used that way. In the die cuts for some reason. Sometimes it's just makes me, I just think it's pretty. There we go. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Okay, should I spray some of this mist? Just a light. It only hit the one side of it, but that's alright. And the drop. And I don't think I did enough flowers. I could be wrong. That's 6, 18, and 12. Maybe I did do more than enough. Oh no. But that paper, that should be easy. Just going easier when it's that thinner paper. So it is easier if you just use a thin paper, but I did the cardstock too because I wanted the different and all that. But let's see. Just picking them up, random colors. I'm not looking to check or nothing. Oh, this was a small one. See, the smaller ones are easier because you're just kind of doing that one little area. Push it down, down. See, these smaller ones are just easier because you don't have so much to do. But when you're doing like a flower with all the petals and stuff, it can take a while. So, but I do want to do one of these mediums and one of these smalls with you on here. Push it down so that you can see if you like them. I haven't done this yet, so I only did the big ones. And of course the one you saw with just now. I think they're going to look good. For some reason I like this yellowy red. It curls really well when I'm forming it. And it makes the other reds really stand out. So I like it. Okay. Push it down. So, well, I'm kind of giving it a little push down by each little leaf if you're wondering where it's getting, where I'm pushing it. Okay, and I keep saying not on my stamping mat. I keep coming back to the stamping mat. So glue around the circle in the middle. Uh-oh. See, that's why with this tacky glue, you gotta put that needle in there, or you get this kind of stuff. Offset. went to bed early last night, and I've been up because I can only sleep so many hours. So if I go to bed early, then I get up early. No, no, no. Okay, here's the medium size one. I like it. And I need one more small one. And I'll see about doing random, but I think I'm going to do this one with the orange in the back and then the two red closer to the front. Ooh, I forgot a leaf on that one. Just because it hasn't looked like I've doubled up on any colors, and I do want to do that because I just think it always looks better if they're real random. And really random would mean sometimes you have the same colors next to each other. And I have a little few, not really, I have like one side note on the sled too. And then I'll get to that as soon as I'm done with this. This one. We'll go this way. Okay. Do we even see the yellow back there? Oh, not yellow, but that orangey red. I know, there's so little it's hard to kind of maneuver them all together. Okay, so maybe the little one doesn't look so good by itself. I'm having a hard time getting it. It's not quite lighting up the way I think it should. Or maybe that's my problem. Okay, so I'm not crazy about the small one. It's not turning out. I've tried turning it and tweaking it, and it's just not turning out. I will go ahead and get a little mist on there. Ooh. And put the Nuvo drops on. And that one should be pushed down before I did it, but it's too late now. Okay, so what? I'm going to stop here now because here we are half an hour later, over, half an hour, and I've only done a few flowers, one little thing. But anyways, now you have some ideas. The Nuvo drops will take 24 hours to dry. So if you don't have time for that, you can drop a little pearl in there. And one of them little sticky gems you can, in the dies. I'm sorry, there's centers that you can cut out. So let me just show you. This was the crinkle up. That's the crinkle. Poinsettia. This was the one where I just took and kind of folded and bended things. And you can go and fold it more and bend it more and do whatever you want to do and make it however you want it to look. And then, well, I'll use one of these because these are the... No, that's the all big one. Where's the one that's the right? There we go. With the different sizes. And then there's the one where I rolled it. Now what I wanted to bring up was after I got done yesterday and this had set and dried, and remember me saying I want to put something back there to cover this up. Well, I went to the dies and I was looking. Well, remember the part where we put the these into, that had the little fold that stuck to here? That die had an inner and an outer die, and the more I thought about it, I thought, wait a minute, maybe the outer die is to cut this piece. And it is. So what you do, instead of doing it the way I did it, before you stick it on the sled, fold those pieces that come out of that back piece and that front piece, fold them over and glue them down, and then put this over that, because this has a fold that'll go in. So you glue that, like mine was green, I would glue the green into the gold, and then the gold would be glued to the sled, and it will cover it up better than the way I had to do it. I had to go back, fold those pieces over, and then try to get that gold stuck on there. And it's a little bit more work that way. So I just wanted to mention that to you. I do gotta clean this up where I got glue and stuff, but I think it's pretty. And see, I can't put the flowers on yet because of the Nuvo drops, but you're just gonna take it, and they say hot glue it. I don't know, but yeah, just like that, you just fill it. So that goes on that. And you just glue it on. Of course, I can't do that until these drops dry. So for me, I'm looking at tomorrow before I can actually finish this, and I'm ready to. But see, it'll still fold, and I think even with the flowers, it will. It might not be tidy, but it will. So I wouldn't fill all of these. I think that's too many. And they're all the same height and stuff. But I would put some of the greenery and stuff that comes with the die set in there. So there we go. There we go with the poinsettias, and I hope you like this video. Don't forget, I have a 100 subscriber giveaway. We're halfway there. I wished I could be there already. I want to send this out and start showing off the 200 subscriber giveaway. So, thanks for joining me. And hey, it's Saturday. Everybody go out, enjoy. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you'll join me again.